What if everything you were told about XRP was a lie? They said XRP is dead, but it rose from the ashes. They said it was a security, but it beat the SEC and won. They said it was centralized, but it's solving a decentralized problem. They called it a scam, but behind the scenes, banks are building on it. Institutions are testing it. Countries are using it. The truth? You've never seen it told like this. This is the real story of XRP and why it might be the bridge to the next global financial system. Here's absolutely everything you need to know about XRP with all the latest information. And trust me, you won't want to miss the last piece of this video. It is literally the most bullish XRP news I've ever seen. And it's what finally turned me into a massive XRP bull. But that's not even the craziest part. I also found a coin that makes XRP look like dial-up internet. It's 500 times smaller, 7,000 times faster, backed by Google, working with Visa, and honestly, it might just be the XRP killer. But first, let's break this all down. You guys are in for a massive treat. Before Ethereum even existed back in 2012, a group of engineers came together to solve one of the most broken problems in finance: moving money across borders. The IMF literally called it out, saying cross-border payments are slow, expensive, and unclear. We're talking days of delays, shady exchange rates, various middlemen taking the cuts at every single step. It's an outdated system made to make the middlemen rich, and it runs on something called the SWIFT network. But here's what's fucked up. SWIFT doesn't actually move money. It just sends messages. I pulled up their website and it literally brags about messaging millions daily. Like they're the WhatsApp of banks. Meanwhile, they're charging $40 to move your own damn cash slowly so banks can leech more profit. This isn't innovation. It's organized rent-seeking at absurd prices. So, XRP said, SWIFT needs to shift. They wanted to build a network that settles instantly, cheaply. Their plan? To work with banks and payment processors, where XRP became the connecting asset. Essentially, they wanted to wire it better. Here's how they do it. Convert your local currency to XRP. Send it globally, then convert XRP to whatever currency you'd like to. Doing this all in seconds. And unlike Bitcoin, XRP wasn't mined. There's a fixed supply with 80% given to Ripple, the company that made XRP, with most of it locked away. So, why did they do this? They needed tokens to incentivize banks, fund devs, and grow adoption. They structured it like a strategic reserve, slowly unlocking supply. If Bitcoin was built to say, fuck the system, XRP was made to rebuild the plumbing from the inside. Wait, isn't Bitcoin already global money? Sure, but here's what most people don't even realize. Bitcoin, XRP, and SWIFT, they're all playing completely different games. One stores value, one moves value, one delays it for 3 business days and charges you enormous fees. To understand things clear, let's do a side-by-side comparison of Bitcoin, XRP, and SWIFT. Bitcoin is digital gold, a ultra-secure vault to protect your wealth. SWIFT isn't even a payment system. It just sends messages between banks. The money moves manually and slowly, with every middleman taking a cut. XRP was built to move money instantly, especially across borders and banks. Speed. Bitcoin takes 10 to 60 minutes to settle a single transaction. SWIFT, 3 to 5 business days, Monday to Friday only. XRP, done in 3 to 5 seconds, even during high amounts of traffic. Adoption. Bitcoin, broad mainstream. SWIFT, everywhere globally. XRP, niche, institutional. That's what it was made for. Fees. Bitcoin, costs several dollars per transaction depending on network traffic. SWIFT, honestly, you don't even know how much you're being charged. They hide it in conversion rates, middleman cuts, and random processing fees. XRP, literally fractions of a cent, even on high network traffic days. Energy. Bitcoin mining takes up more electricity than entire countries. It is super secure, but that security comes at massive energy cost. Swift isn't energy intensive on its own, but full of humans, paperwork, and legacy systems. XRP, barely any. It's like a Prius in a sea of diesel trucks. Supply, Bitcoin, only 21 million slowly mined over time. Swift uses traditional currency. XRP, 100 billion tokens upfront, with 80 billion given to Ripple. XRP is by far the most hated crypto in the top 10 by a long shot. Bitcoin maxis trash it, Ethereum devs ignore it, influencers clown it. Even Ethereum founder Vitalik Buterin once called XRP the Internet of Value before taking it back as a joke. In fact, they hated so much that the SEC decided to go after them with full force out of all the coins. Exchanges dropped it, prices tanked, and haters rejoiced. But Ripple? They fought back and won. They agreed on a 50 million settlement after 4 years of legal battles. Much less than what the SEC originally wanted. After that, Ripple kept signing new partners and kept moving the tech forward. By 2025, more than 300 institutions were now either using or testing XRP. Some of the names include Santander Bank, PNC, SBI, American Express, Standard Chartered, among many others. And countries literally plotting cross-border programs powered by XRP. Even major finance influencers started to take notice. Patrick Bet David said this:
Swift processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially driving it up to $1,000.
But the scale of this, still insane. And if Trump is considering creating a strategic reserve for XRP, that means we must all really pay attention. So why do so many people hate XRP? Bitcoin maxis say it's too centralized. Ethereum fans say it's the banker's coin. But if the goal is real-world adoption, regulatory alignment, and cross-border rails, XRP is already closer to the money than most coins can ever dream of. Still with me? Good. Because this is the most bullish XRP news I've literally heard in my life. On May 26, 2025, Dubai officially launched a government-backed real estate tokenization platform. They've actually been at this since 2017. Not Ethereum, not Solana, not some random blockchain. Instead, on XRP, the one everyone hates on, the one sued by the SEC. This platform is called Prepco Mint, and it lets anyone buy fractions of Dubai real estate for as little as $545, literally half the cost of an iPhone. We're talking tokenized apartments, tokenized land, full KYC, fully regulated, all verified by Dubai's Land Department and Central Bank. And yes, it runs fully on the XRP Ledger. You can't get more legit than that. For the first time ever, XRP isn't just moving money. It's now moving real-world assets. This is one of the first government-level use cases of XRP outside of banking. Dubai wants to be the first ever city fully powered by blockchain. They estimate tokenized property using XRP could hit 7% of Dubai's total real estate market by 2033. That's equivalent to $16 billion using XRP. This isn't theory, it's sure not as hell hype. This is real tech, backed by real money, moving through XRP. Dubai just literally gave XRP government-grade utility. And honestly, this could be the blueprint for every city to tokenize the real world. Banks were step 1, corporations were step 2, countries are step 3. And it's all happening right now. So yeah, XRP isn't a meme, it's battle-tested, works great for payments. It's working with 300 institutions and banks worldwide. It's even working with major countries around the globe. While XRP does around 1,500 transactions per second, and Visa does 24,000 per second, I just found a chain that literally publicly hit 11 million transactions per second. 11 million. That's 7,000 times faster than XRP and 450 times faster than Visa. It's faster, cheaper, and built for the exact same mission as XRP. And it's backed by former Google CEO Eric Schmidt. Some are already calling it the XRP Killer. This could run the future of our financial system. That video's next, and trust me, you do not want to miss it. If this video gave you a whole new view on XRP, hit the like. And if you want early alpha before the hype, hit subscribe. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.